Welcome back, JDC family. Just get this straight. My name is Jay. This is my Diecast Creations channel. We're just gonna go live for a little bit tonight. It's not gonna be nothing crazy. Um, Everybody's sleeping. I got a couple minutes, so I'm gonna jump on here and try to address any questions that people might have about the pink slips that we announced yesterday, and hype it up a little bit. Um, as you can tell from the title, I'm gonna enter myself. So somebody's gonna have a chance to win JDC custom, and I don't know what it's gonna be yet. I got a couple things in the pipeline that I could put up for grabs, right? That I've already created. Um, a lot of my customs I don't want to give up though, because they mean something to me as far as my story goes, and like how I came through this hobby, right? And how I got to where I am now. So it's got to be a car that really doesn't have sentimental value to me. And I have a few of those, and I have some that I could try to finish up too, that I started working on and never finished. So we got a couple people in here right off the bat tonight. So let's see who's here. Tony's Diecast Customs is in the house. Eddie G, Bunker Diecast, is in the house. Dr. Eddie G, my man. Dane Self, Pete, Old Man Diecast. Wait, Jay's live? Did hell freeze over? Right? 2 nights in a row now, Pete. 2 nights in a row. I was live last night, too. Zelda's in the house. All the way from Indonesia, I believe. Indonesia. Who else we got? Morton Henningsen. Good morning, my man. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. 5:30 now, I think, over there in Sweden. Was it Sweden? I believe he's over there in Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. Scott Harvey's here. International allowed now. I might have to enter this time. I hear you, Jay, on not wanting to give up a custom. Yeah, so that was one of the big complaints that we had last year, was that it was only open to United States domestic, right? Because I was trying to keep everything organized and keep the shipping down. Norway. Morton's in Norway. 7 o'clock. Got it. And it's a Sunday, I believe, right? Sunday. So happy Sunday. I hope you have a good Sunday over there in Norway, my man. Zelda, the twins are doing well. The twins are great. Everybody's doing good, man, and that's why I'm able to come here and go live, right? Basically, one of the biggest complaints that we had last year was that it was not open to international. So the way that I fixed that is international can send their cars in as long as they pass through tech inspection just like everybody else. But you have to either agree to donate your car as a carrier car, which means every car that you beat in the bracket, your car is going to take ownership of. And then if your car gets beat, the person that beats that car takes your garage, basically. All the cars that you won goes to that person that beat that international entry, right? So it sweetens the pot a little bit randomly for whoever that is, and you might not win the whole deal, but you might beat somebody that's a carrier car and take home 3 extra customs, right? So that's something that I thought was cool. The other part of that would be if you wanted to claim the pink slips that you win, you must pay shipping back to your country in total shipping, so that Paco doesn't have to handle any of that and doesn't have to come out of his pocket at all. Pete asked a question. He said he's seen the replay. So we send our cars to Paco. Yes, Pete. Paco has graciously stepped up, and Paco's the only reason why this competition is really underway this year. I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to do it because it's just so much work, and I don't have the time to even sit down and, you know, I don't even have the time to sit down and write in a journal, right? Because that was one of my plans. I was going to write a journal to the girls. I don't even have the time to do that. So Paco has stepped up. He's going to take care of shipping, receiving. He's going to take care of emails, tech inspection. He's gonna approve or deny cars, and obviously I'm gonna have my hands in that if there's any questionable entries, right? But Paco's taking the reins this year, and you know I have no problem with it because it's not for me. This competition is not for me. This event, it's not even a competition. This event is not for me. It's for everybody. It's for the community as a whole. The idea was mine, but everybody embraced it so much that they love this competition, this event, that I don't want it to go a year without it happening. So Paco has stepped up. He's going to take control of all of the business side of it, right? Getting everyone into the pool, and then come race day, and obviously as it gets closer, me and him are gonna work together to make sure everything is ironed out. But come race day, Paco's gonna go live on his channel, I believe. I believe that's how we're gonna do it. And I just saw something about we can go live together on YouTube now. So that must be a new thing. I don't know how it works or if it's any good. But he's got his channel set up where kind of like Derek over at Honest does, where he could just invite me in, and we could both be on screen at the same time. So basically what's going to happen is Paco is going to have a setup with all the customs that you guys built. Paco's going to have a setup on his table, right? And his camera is going to be faced to the track. My camera is going to be face down on his dice tray. And I'm going to have dummy cars here, right? So it'll be you won't even see my track, but I'll know what the bracket looks like and who's in what lane, and we will make sure that everything is synced up between me and him before we actually go live for the tournament. We're gonna do a test run on a private stream, right, and make sure that everything is smooth and it's all going to click on all cylinders. And I think we have it already. We have it down to a science of how we're going to do this. But basically, Paco is just going to host it. And one of the things that you guys said that needed to happen was I need to commentate this event. Like, that's what made it so good, right? So I was trying to figure out how I could do this without having to do everything this year, because I can't do it. So that's how it's going to go down. Paco's going to host it. I'm going to go on there. I'm going to have the dice tray here. I'm going to have dummy cars, and I'm not even going to change the cars out because you guys aren't going to see who it is, right? I might have a notepad in front of me with the bracket breakdown so I know who's in which car, right? And I'm going to, boom, roll the dice, move these cars here. You're not going to see it, but you're going to hear me commentating. And as I'm commentating, Paco is going to be moving his cars as I speak, right? So it'll all be linked up through the stream, right? But also I'm going to have my actual race going on here. So if there's any mistake on either end, there's a double check, right? So like say if Paco misses a beat and, you know, the right lane crosses the line first, and he's got it where he's not there yet, you know, we'll have somebody looking at the stream probably too to be able to go back, you know, a moderator, to be able to go back real quick and see if there was a mistake. But at least on my end, I'll have a track running, you know, at the same time as Paco. So he's been, you know what? Pete said, I hope there's no delays. Listen, man, we're trying our best, right? We're gonna try our best, and I don't think anything's gonna be perfect, especially with you know, somebody. Paco's never done this before, right? He's hosted live streams, which is very good. He's very good at the computer, and he's very good at hosting his live streams. So, um, you know, we're gonna try to do a couple test runs at some point in time, and get it down to a science so that we can get it as fluent as possible, right? Nobody's getting paid for this, so the show that we're gonna put on is strictly for the community, you know, and I'm sure there's probably gonna be some little hiccups here and there, right? But we're gonna try our best to give you guys a good show and host this event again so that everybody can be excited and, you know, um, add a little bit of joy into the community again, right? Because I think last year that was one of the highlights, and I'm not gassing myself up at all, but just by the reaction of most people, I think that this event was a highlight of the year, right? I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong by that, but I had a lot of people ask me to do it again, and with my situation and having twin girls, like, you know, there's no time. Plus, we're looking at a move coming up, you know, and by the time this thing happens, all this is gone, guys. Like, all this is gone. I might even give Paco this track just so he has it on camera. Um, if he can't come up with a track of his own, right? So all this is packed up in boxes by the time February, whatever it is, when the Super Bowl happens. All my stuff is going to be in crates. This and two dice are going to be out, and I'll probably have 2 cars, right, and a notebook. That's going to be the setup. And we're going to try our best, you know. It's not going to be perfect, but I do need the community's help, and that's why I'm going live right now, because last year I was super active. I was so active on my channel. I was going live every weekend. I was live all the time. I was making videos every week. We were dropping customs here, there. Every video I made, I hyped up the Pink Slips tournament on every video, right? And then I was typing up stories for everybody's cars, and that got everybody excited and all that. I don't have the time to do that this year, guys. So I was telling everybody last night, like, I need everybody that is excited about this event to tell someone else to build a car, or to tell someone else about it and see if they're interested in sending in a custom that they already made, right? I'd hate to see it end up as like 10 cars, right? Paco seems to think that's not going to happen because like people have still been talking about it, but I've been distant, so I don't know what people have talked about. I don't know what's been going on in the community because I'm not even watching anymore. Like, and I'm being honest with you guys. I hate to say this, but it's the reality. I'm not supporting everyone's channels. I don't have the time to right now. So I need the community. If the community wants this to be a good event, the community needs to lock together and make sure that entries get submitted, right? And Paco's going to take care of it on that end. But this is all on you guys this year, you know? I can't do it. I don't have the time. The most I can do is be there on race day. And I can help out by making some community posts for the cars that do get passed through tech inspection, right? So, and I'm not even reading the chat, so hopefully, yeah, I missed a lot here. Holy cow. So who's doing the racing? Pete's got that. Subi Diecast is in the house. Subi is the first car through tech inspection. There's a picture of it up on my community page. My man's got a 55 gasser locked and loaded, heading from Washington, I believe, down to North Carolina, and that should be the first car to end up in Paco's raceway over there, right? We still got to figure out all that, but the JDC compound is going to get broken up by the time this whole thing happens, and it's going to be packed in boxes. So we've been talking about some stuff. We've been making some moves behind the scenes. We're going to be okay as far as where we're going. We're not sure exactly where it's going to be yet, but we are making strides, major strides on preparing for this. I got a 24-foot trailer in my driveway that I went and paid for. It's ready to roll. My truck is going to be able to pull it. My dad owns a big rig, so if we really need to get the heavy artillery in here, we can make hot shots to the farm, my buddy's farm, and load that up. There's not going to be any problems when it comes time to move. So we got everything taken care of as far as that goes, and we're looking at more affordable places than Long Island because it is just so expensive here. And it looks like my stand might fall off this clamp, so hold on a second. Just gonna shake, guys. A little shake, rattle, and roll, baby. Bada bing. Alright, so here we go. Let me try to catch up a little bit and not skip over everybody's comments. Where we at? Pioneer Slot Rods. What's up? What's up? Changed the name from Mile High. Good to see you, Jay. Mile High is in the house as Pioneer Slot Rods. I hope you get down this year, man. I hope you get down this year. It is open entry. Paco's taking care of it. The community tab has all the information on there. And now the camera is slanted. The community tab has all the info for where to email and this, that, and the other thing to make sure that you guys can get your entry submitted, right, and get down on the pink slips this year. I've already had a couple guys say they're sponsoring. Eddie Bennett, Voodoo Queen Designs, Voodoo Queen Studios. I'm sorry. Is coming back. He's going to do something. I don't know what it is. He asked me what we wanted. I said, have fun with it, right? He's entering the tournament, and he's also going to sponsor the event. Gary Shorter is coming back as the champion. He's the champion of the event. He's going to submit a new car. He said he does not want to race this car again. And he tried to call me tonight, and I was putting the babies to sleep, so I got to call him back tomorrow. Full Custom Diecast Garage says he's going to sponsor whatever he wants to do. There's no... Ivan's Diecast Garage is going to print up 3 trophies that I know of. He's going to sponsor 3 trophies for first, second, and third in the tournament. And Paco said he's going to print some stuff. So there's going to be that. And then I'm going to send him my... Here's the catch. I'm going to send Paco my entry for the Pink Slips tournament this year. I'm getting down. I want to throw my hat in the ring, right? And I think not having it completely enclosed here, I don't think anybody's gonna call any funny business because I don't have my hands on it, right? I'm rolling the dice. I'm doing what I got to do. I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not cheating, right? So, and I don't even know that I'm gonna keep the cars. Maybe I'll go in as a carrier car and just give away my whole garage if I get beat. I don't know that. I don't want to commit to that. We'll see. But it might happen. And I haven't talked to Paco about this yet, but I want to. I want Paco, and Paco's in the house. What's up, brother? Heck yeah. I want Paco to enter as well if he wants to. He doesn't have to, but it's just for the community as a whole. And if anybody's got anything to say about that, then they don't need to enter, right? So that's the way it is. Put Gary's car in the Pink Slips Hall of Fame. Yeah, first champion. The first champion right here. I'm actually going to put it in the trophy that Eddie from Simple Custom sent me because I'm packing up the 57 and the trophy, and it's going up to Canada to Neil Cummings. It should have went up there last year, and I just, I haven't had a chance. So let me catch up a little bit here. I'm babbling. Subi is the first one locked in. BJ's Customs is in the house. What's up, brother? Long time no see. BJ, it's open to all themes. So if you want to build a Gaslander and submit that, do it. Get in where you fit in, right? Get in where you fit in. Last year we had Kingman Highborn. He sent in a a Jeep with a raiding party on top. Dude had spears and all types of stuff going on. So, um, yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. If you want to get in, right? And then tell somebody about it. You guys can all share if it helps. Share the community post that I made. A couple guys did already, right? David from Twice Diecast is gonna get down. He said he's in. Um, I haven't talked to Derek. I texted him over at Honest Diecast, and he was working today, so he didn't get back to me yet. But I'm thinking Derek's probably gonna get down. He's probably still got some salt in his wounds from last year. But we're not gonna talk about that. Yeah, he's coming for the title. I'm pretty sure. Tony's Diecast is in the house. What's up, brother? Scott says, I hear you, Jay. My girl is almost 3 and my boy is almost 6, and we just bought a house. My man is doing grown-up things. Do that, brother. Do that. Get that right. Awesome, man. Congratulations, Scott. Everybody, round of applause in the chat for Scott Harvey for buying a house and being a good dad for his children. Yo, I respect that, man, for sure. Just started doing customs after about 3 months with moving and renovations. Listen, if you have one that's built already and you know you don't have an attachment to it, send Paco an email. You know, get it submitted, and you know, you're in Canada, so you fall in international. You know, the other thing is like when all is said and done, everybody's got to send $10 with their entry. If there's extra money, which there probably will be, you know, Paco said that he'll take that money and do something for the community, right? As giveaways or whatever. But if there's extra money and there's only one international guy, you know, maybe we can cover the shipping back to him, right? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But anyone outside of the U.S. that decides to enter has to have it in mind that if they win and they want those cars, they have to be ready to pay the shipping back because it's not cheap, right? Morton says, just wondering, being around on the other side of the pond, of course I need to build a car, but the time difference during the race is going to be a challenge. So the time difference during the race is probably going to be a challenge. You don't have to be present when your race goes off. I know that it's exciting to be there and be active in the chat, but you don't have to be and to claim your prizes and everything either. And there's a good chance that this is going to be a 2 to 3 day event if enough people enter, right? Last year I was live for something stupid like 13 hours in like 5 days. I did heat races and all that. If that ends up happening, that we have more than 32 entries, then I might have to do some sorting out here on the live end to get the bracket set, or me and Paco might go live a week early or something to do some type of qualifying races, and people might have to race into the bracket, so maybe we knock that out early. We're gonna play it by ear, see how many people we get to join, right? One thing I will say is international entries need to be submitted by Christmas. So that's about 1 month and a couple days from now. They need to be submitted by Christmas, and then tracking has to be given to Paco by January 1st, right? Because it takes longer to ship from out of country, right? So, you know, if somebody international really wants to join and they have a car that's built already that they want to give up, by all means, you know, as long as you did your best on it. That's all we ask. And there's that. I'm getting caught up. 3 kids of my own, so I bet I can't watch the live. It is all one live stream or several races. Yeah, so Morton, I think I just touched on that. It could be broken up. It depends on how many people we end up getting, right? And I think I have a good idea of what needs to be done, and I think Paco's on board with all of that. So, how many rounds this year? Obviously, Pete, we're gonna find out. You know, if we only get 16 cars, then, you know, there's that. You know, if we end up with 64 cars, then it bangs it into a full bracket, right? So, a really full bracket, you know. So there's that. Wolf Good is here. Sorry to ask, where is the community page? YouTube has changed. So when you go to somebody's page, you have to like there. It says videos, live, about, and something else. You have to like scroll it to the right, and the community is right there. I don't know how or why that happened. You know, I think the community page should be right there, front and center, because it's for the community. But YouTube does what they do, right? Um, Derek with salt in the wound. I took care of that winning the other car. That's right, Pete. That's right. Oh man. I think you offered to send it to him too, didn't you? He didn't want it. Oh, it's funny. What I mean is still going to have the dice draw, then round track, then pinks all out. Yeah, so that all depends. Well, there's definitely going to be a dice draw. Paco's going to keep track of when cars get submitted, right? So that'll be 1 through 32 or whatever, right? And then I'm gonna do what I did last year. I'll break out the bingo cage. I'll put 32 balls in there, and I'll mix up everybody's number again, right? So that it's not the way that it was submitted. You end up with a fresh number that's random, and then I'll set the grid again. I'll throw all the numbers back in, and I'll set the grid again the way that I did it last year. Um, the heat races were only done because I needed to qualify people into the bracket, right? There was too many cars. We needed to qualify people into the bracket, and if you did not qualify, you had to race in for pinks, right? That's the way it went. If I have to do that again, then I'm going to do that again. But I really want to try to avoid it because it took a lot of time. So we'll see how many cars get entered, right? If there's only like one extra car, then I'm gonna renege. I'll withdraw my entry to make it even. If that helps, we're gonna see where we are at the time. I don't have a lot of time now, so if I have to make some time and figure out some things, that's what we're gonna do. Like I said, and that's why I said that nothing's perfect, and there could be some hiccups in the process, because me and Paco are gonna have to think problem solving. If there's issues with what's happening, I'm gonna have to think on the fly and make sure that it gets fixed, and that everybody's happy. And that's what I did last year, but I had a lot more time, so I got a pretty creative mind, and I also think from outside of the box. So I'm always thinking of what people might think is wrong with a scenario that I came up with, right? And I think that's what makes me so creative when I make my customs, because I'm not thinking of what people think of it, right? I'm making what I want to. My mind is really like projecting onto something, and I'm making it into a physical object in front of me. That's how my mind works. So then when I do something like this, where like we're trying to work with people and make everybody happy, it's like the flip side. I'm thinking of what people are going to complain about. How do I fix it before it happens, right? So there's that. I hope that makes sense. I probably doesn't. I talk in circles, and I'm like scatterbrained because I don't sleep anymore. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, so there's that. Pete said that, and then Wolf said, I meant Old Man Diecast. They can't leave things alone. Yeah, YouTube always has to YouTube always has to change some stuff. I don't understand why. I'm also, so this is something else too, guys. I'm getting carpal tunnel in my hands. You know, I knew it was coming on for the last couple of years, but there was one morning when I woke up like a month ago, maybe a month ago, and I woke up and I went to pick up one of the babies, and when I scooped underneath her neck, I got a shooting pain up my arm and through my thumb, and I was like, whoa, what is that? You know, and then it never went away. Like it goes away during the day, but the next day it happened again, and now it happens every day. So I'm gonna have to get it fixed because you know you can't live like that, right? I'm gonna have to get a surgery or whatever they do. And now it happens in both hands in the morning, so I'm just assuming it's gonna get worse and worse, and it won't be just the morning. I'm noticing that later in the day, it's harder to bend. I'm not getting the pain, but it's harder to bend my fingers. So I'm gonna have to get it. I'm gonna have to get it taken care of. That's all it comes down to. And that's totally off topic, but you know, just so you guys know, if my hands are locking up when I'm rolling dice, that's what's going on. I warned you about the sleep. Yeah, you did, Pete. Yeah, you did. And Pete, I'm gonna give you a call tomorrow, man. I gotta talk to you about something. I talked to Paco about it earlier. I don't want to say it on the live stream because you never know who's watching, but I'll give you a shout tomorrow, and yeah, we'll talk then. I'm happy. I'm just happy that we can have Pink Slips 2.0 on the schedule. The Super Bowl of Diecast, as Old Man Diecast coined it last year, I believe. Yeah, man. I'm happy that it can be on the schedule too. I'm happy that everybody can be excited about it, you know, and I hope people are excited about it, you know, because we're not doing this for anybody but you guys. I don't have to do this. That's the reality. Paco definitely doesn't have to do this. So I need everybody to help. You know, if everybody wants this to be a cool thing this year, I need everybody to help. Hopefully by next year, I'll have a little bit more time. I don't know. You know, the babies will be walking and stuff. I think after like a year, something like that. They'll be walking next year. So yeah, I don't know how that gives me more time, but hopefully I'll be able to get my hobby back at some point in time, right? Um, Rico, who's calling Rico? Ricoby? Rick, I haven't seen him in here. If you get a ton of cars, would a 4-lane race help to eliminate some cars fast? More in it probably would, but and I thought about all that last year. Um, Here's the thing. I last year I spent like 12 hours doing this because I wanted to, right? I wanted people to get their time on the shine, right? So I don't want to just blow through races and you know somebody takes you know however many hours to build a custom and then ships it out and sends it in and then all of a sudden they get one pass and their car is gone, right? That's not what I want. It's best 2 out of 3 every round. Um, it's best 2 out of 3 every round, and you know, um, as long as it takes. It's gonna be as long as it takes, and Paco's down with that. You know, we're gonna do the best that we can to not have it take, you know, 5 days or whatever, right? But Ricolas, yeah. Okay, Ricola, I get it. I get it. I'm not there, Pete. If you can't notice, I'm not there, brother. Yeah, I eat these things like candy. But yeah. So there's that. I'm gonna enter. I'm gonna enter the pink slips this year, and I'm not exactly sure which car I'm gonna enter, but I'll show a couple. Pete's gonna really like this one. This is a Camaro that I built with intentions to give somebody, a local here, and I haven't seen him, and I'm not gonna see him before we leave, and I don't want to put it in the mail. So I'll build him another car if I end up sending this one in. But I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll try to get it to focus on the. It's got real riders off of the Studebaker, I believe. I think these came off the Studebaker. The Mobile One. Interiors detailed out. Paco, don't forget to submit it for tech inspection. Yeah, right. I mean, hey, I will if this is what I choose. Everybody has to, even though I'm the host doesn't mean I get to cut corners, right? The casting was real rough, but I think this thing came out pretty sweet. And I love Camaros, but I don't have a sentimental attachment to this, you know. This one here, I started for a buddy of mine. He lives down in Georgia, and I don't have the right color paint, and I'm never gonna have the right color paint now because I'm not in a hobby. So, this is for my buddy B, but I'm probably never gonna be able to give it to him because it's not the right color. It's a 10 Camaro. It's just flat black. It's just flat black, but I mean, I could end up detailing this out and doing a better wheel swap. I put these wheels on it, but I could do a better wheel swap and detailing out the lights and stuff. Do the interior. Um, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. All right. I might just go out on a limb. You guys might not even see what's coming until Paco approves it. I could do something like this. This was one of my first thoughts. I could send in one of my technical builds and blow everybody away. Right? This is a Volkswagen Caddy, I think it's called. It's the pickup truck. Right? It's all rusted. It's got tank tracks, huge motor in the back, fuel tanks. Got the chain holding it all in. Right? Machine gun, got the plow over there. The plow actually moves. You could start kneecapping people. That's why I did that. Cut people at the kneecaps. And then it's got the skis on the front, right? I don't know. This was for a challenge that I did in the beginning. A Volkswagen challenge. I cut the windows and the stacks off of it's a tow truck. It's the tow truck with the embosser, I think it's called, maybe. Something like that. The Hollinator. I think it's the Hollinator. Yep. I have something in mind, but does it have to be a car, truck? I teased what it would be last year. Nah, it doesn't have to be, Pete. It could be a plane. It could be a boat. It could be a freaking... Everything's blurry because I'm not focused, man. Focus, man. It could be a plane. It could be a boat. It could be a coupe clip. I thought about doing one of these. I don't have the time to customize it, so... it could be whatever, man. It's got to be 164 diecast, right? No safety harness. Yeah. Hold on. Respect. I take my hat off and salute you for rediggering to the race. Rededicating to the race. Yeah, right on, man. I mean, like I said, I love the community, and I don't want to see it go a year without it happening. So, that being said, everybody has to understand that there's going to be a couple hiccups, I'm sure, We'll see. We're going to try our best. And Paco, man, my hat's off to you, brother. I appreciate what you're doing, and the community should really appreciate what Paco's doing because nobody else would be able. You know, I'm not gonna say nobody else would be able to, but nobody else really stepped up and was like, "Yo, what do you need? I'll do whatever we need to do to make this happen." Right? So I was like, "Yo, this is overwhelming for me right now. I don't have the time." And he's like, "Dude, I can do whatever we need to do. You tell me what we need to do, and we'll do it." So boom, you know, Paco is the man. Yep, yep. Eddie from Simple Customs, the Godfather's in the house. I can't wait to see what this guy decides to race this year. Freaking jet truck semi driving guy over here. Oh man, it's funny. Pete's gonna be driving a UFO. I'm pretty sure. I could end up submitting one of my crazy entries. I highly doubt I'm gonna give this up. This thing's got spider webs on it, cobwebs. Been sitting here too long. See guys, I'm not lying. I haven't been doing none of this. This is my Johnny Lightning Stiletto. It's called, and I entered this into the Gaslands UK Car of the Month competition. Um, and did not place. I did not place on the podium with this, and I was so upset about it. I'm not gonna lie. It's the New York Cyber Police Department. That's what it is. It's all freehand, right? But it's got huge Gatling guns. It's got the wings out back. It's got a docking that, and that's why they said I didn't. They didn't like how this was sloppy, and everything else was clean, right? But meanwhile, in my story, they didn't read it. The backstory they didn't read. This was supposed to be the wiring for the docking station when the thing flies back in, right? It's got propulsion jets underneath there. It's got the engine in the back. It's got the engine in the back. Yeah, yeah. This thing's not getting submitted because it ain't gonna hold up in the mail, but. I could end up, you can end up, submitting a flying car or whatever you want to do, whatever you want to do. A motorcycle, whatever you want to do. You can do a semi truck for all I care. You could race a rig, a monster truck. I mean, it'll be hard to fit on the track, but whatever, man. Whatever you guys want to do, this is about the community. So, as long as what you submit is something that you would be happy winning, then that's all we ask is that you do your best, right? So there's that. There is that. Cool guys here. It's like the Olympics this year. It's at Paco's house next. Who knows? Yeah, he's right, man. He's right, right? Pete's gonna host it next year. Sweet. You know what it is too. Yeah, I think I just slipped up and said it too. Bring the heat this time. Eddie says bring the heat this time. Who you talking to, Eddie? Who you talking to, Eddie? I bring the heat every time. Batman plane. Yeah, it was cyberpunk. Cyberpunk was the theme on that. And in the blacklight, which I have the blacklight in my workstation, everything glows on that. The siren glows on the top, red and blue, and these glow, and then the white on the flashlights glow. All the little things on the guns, like the plasma, it's like plasma or whatever. I painted them all up. It's really cool, man. And I didn't place, and I don't know how I didn't place. I was so upset because the cars that beat me, and I'm not salty about it at all, but the cars that beat this thing should not have been there. That's just my opinion. But whatever. How's the fish gutter? Oh my god, dude, the fish gutter's hanging on the wall over here. I look at it every day. I love this thing. I need to hold it now. The fish gutter. This guy from South Carolina. This guy over here. He sent me this fish gutter. Oh my god, I love this thing. The Zelda sword, the freaking fish gutter. Look at this thing, man. Every day it's hanging on the back wall over here by the back door, and I see it every single day, man. This thing is awesome. I don't know how the heck you came up with this. Eddie Papadandri over here making custom fish gutters. You need a fish gutter, you hit up Eddie. He's got it. He's got you covered. It's funny, man. Have to make you a shield. Man, the Zelda shield. You know, I always wonder why Zelda has such a little shield too. Big ass head. Big head, little shield, little sword. What was the other one? There was another one. No, Zelda had a huge shield. You know what I'm thinking was there was a video game for the Sega Genesis, I think. Isn't Eddie originally from up that way? Yeah, he's from New England. He's a Patriot guy over there. He's not from where I'm from. He's from Boston. He's from Boston. Yeah, yeah. We frown on each other when we're up here. Oh man, SRS is in the house. What's up? Can't stay long. What's up, brother? Long time no see. I was just thinking about you the other day. Actually, I was gonna give you a call and baby started crying. You know how that goes. Ben's in the house. BP, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, baby. All the way from Japan. Ben, I sent you the thing on Messenger earlier. The Pink Slips is open to international this year if you want to send one in. You can send one that you built already, that you don't have no sentimental value to. There's only one catch. You either have to donate the car as a carrier, or basically you rack up however many cars when you win them, and whoever beats you takes all of it, or you pay the shipping back to Japan in your case, right? Gonna send you a Red Sox hat and a Patriots hat. You don't want to do that, Eddie. Don't do that, Eddie. Don't do it, Eddie. I don't want to hurt your feelings. I don't want to. I'm gonna have to fire up my fireplace, and I don't want to hurt your feelings, my man. Oh, this guy. Ah, man. I got a New York Giants hat for you. Don't worry. I'll send it over your way. Oh man, think it's bad now. You still got the terrible twos to go through. Yeah, Pete. Well, you know what? I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad, and I don't want anybody to think that either. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. I think that I lived my life to the fullest for 37 years, and I did every single thing that I really wanted to do. Besides a couple things, but like nothing that I couldn't live without, right? And now my life has got a renewal. Like it's not about me anymore. You know, it's about these girls. Everything that I do is about these girls. And you guys were right. You guys were right that they instantly took my heart, you know, like fish gutter. You see what happens when somebody messes around when they got the fish gutter. Oh man. Yeah, can't wait for them to start running pinks in 2025. That's right. Caliper 50's in the house. What's up, bro? What is happening? Caliper 50 said he's gonna sponsor the Pink Slips tournament as well. Again, awesome deal. Sponsors wanted, guys. You don't have to have a company and none of that. You know, if you want to send in some carded cars, if you want to send in a custom, a trailer, a rig, whatever, you know, it's for the community. It's for the community, right? So Paco's gonna do his best to disperse it to everybody that wins, and you know, obviously, if you lose your car, half the people are gonna lose their car in the first round. That's just the way it is. You know, but the people that do win stuff we're going to do our best to get as many sponsors as we can so that Paco can drop a little something extra in your box, right? And, you know, if he needs help deciding who gets what, then or whatever, then I'll get on the video with him and go through all that. But I don't think I'm gonna have to because Paco's a straight up guy. So, um, cool guy says you're so lucky to have twins. My girls are 4 years apart and they don't have that connection. Um, yeah, and I don't know any different, right? I don't know no different. So I guess this goes back to what Pete said. He's like, you think it's bad now, wait till you get the terrible twos. I don't think it's bad now, and quite honestly, I'm enjoying every moment, right? I'm taking pictures every day. I'm accepting the good and the bad, which it's been mostly good. They're not colicky, they sleep good. They're happy. They're happy girls, and I'm hoping inside, and I don't know that this is going to be the case, but I'm hoping that when they when they get a little bit older, that they help each other instead of fight as much. And I know they're gonna have their fights or whatever, but we're gonna try to teach them right? And we'll see. I'm not gonna. I don't have any expectations either, because when you have expectations, and this is something I learned a long time ago. When you set expectations in life, that leaves room for disappointment. And I don't ever want to feel any type of disappointment about my daughters. So I have zero expectations, and you know, I'm a straight up I'm a straight up guy, and I'm a good father. I think I know I'm a good father. So when those terrible twos come around, and if they're bad, I'm gonna do my best to teach them the right way and not be bad, right? I don't know any other way. I don't know any other way but to do what I feel in my heart, and I think that's important, and I think that Amanda feels that too. So we're gonna try our best to instill good morals and values in our daughters, because I think that's something that's missing in this world these days. People just get so wound up with the hustle and bustle of, you got to go to work every day, you got to pay the bills, you got to do just the minimum to get by, and you know whatever. They lose track of the little things that make life worth living, right? I don't know. I see things a little bit differently than everybody else. I think. I went 37 years not knowing if I could have any kids. So now I have two, and I give up everything for them, right? So bring on the terrible twos, Pete, but don't bring it on too fast, because I want to hold on to every moment and see them every day as they change, because they're changing already. So yeah, there's that. There's a little piece of my insides coming out. uh, Hold up, I'm missing missing the chat. Can't wait to see him running pinks in 2025. Tom says not much. He's saying what's up to each other. You never know what I'm gonna send. Yeah, right on, man. Have fun with it. That's all I ask, is that everybody has fun with it, right? Have fun with the builds. Have fun if you're gonna sponsor the event. Have fun, man. That's what it's about. And if you're not having fun, then you shouldn't be doing it, because you're wasting your time. And there's something else that you could be doing that's more important. I can just pick up all the winnings from Paco's house after I win. That's right, Pete. That's right. Save all the shipping. um, but please, 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 guys, please, 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 and Paco, make sure you say this in your emails, that there needs to be a $10 donation. When you give people your address when they pass tech inspection, they need to send a $10 donation with their entry, because Paco cannot be on the hook to send these cars back out. It can't happen. It's not cool. And last year, some people forgot to send the money, so you know I ate it, and there was enough left over to do what I needed to do. Um, but thankfully there was, right. Bah, 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 bah. Eddie, Paco, do you want me to make a trophy for the race? That's up to Paco. I mean, I do know that Ivan's Custom Garage said he's gonna print a couple trophies. I think he's gonna make first, second, and third place, so he can send so Paco can send those back out to those guys. Um, but if you want to make Paco a trophy for his house, that's up to you, Eddie. You know, hey, you do what you do. You guy building fish gutters over there, he might want a fish gutter instead. He might want a battle axe or a long sword or something, you know. Oh, it's funny, man. That's funny. Damn, it's almost 2 o'clock already. You know, time flies when you're having fun, I guess, right? Where we at? I don't even know how long we've been on here. Terrible twos is a cliche. Everyone is different. Yeah, man. You know, like I said, man, I'm not holding any expectations because I'm never gonna feel any disappointment in my girls. You know, I think that's what parenting is, right? It's with your connection with your kids. You don't ever want to feel disappointed in them. That's for sure. um, Morton says, I always wanted twins, but after 3 kids made in 4 or 5 years, I stopped trying, cut the connection, so only shoot blanks now. Oh my god. Oh goodness gracious. You know, I don't know what it's like to raise one child, but having two of them is definitely more difficult than just having one because it's double everything. It's double diapers. It's double, and I'm not talking financially, which it is. It's double financially too. You know, but it's double diapers, changing. It's double bottles, making, cleaning, loading, more formula, right? It's double high chairs and toys and car seats and double strollers. Right? It's double everything, man. So, you know, and then it's double time. It's double time to feed them and burp them and clean them and, you know, wash them, right? It's double time on all that. So, it's definitely not easy, but I believe everything happens for a reason. And I'm one of the most patient people I know. And I'm not gassing myself up at all, right? I'm one of the most patient people that I know. And I've learned from my mistakes in life, and I've learned a lot from very wise men and women. You know, that's something that I learned early too, is to learn from other people's mistakes so that you don't have to learn from your own, right? Double fun, Pete. Pete nailed it. Double fun. It is. Double laughs and yeah, absolutely, man. But I've learned a lot in life, and I don't know where I was going with that. I lost track. But I'm one of the most patient people I know, so I think that I was put in this position for a reason. You know, I was put in this position for a reason, and I consider it a blessing, even though it's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge, and it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. Um, I feel like I've been born into a what do they call it? A fraternity, a twin dad fraternity. It's a true story though, you know. And I haven't looked into that. I'm sure there is like Facebook groups or whatever, but I ain't got time for myself. I'm gonna go, you know, join a Facebook group. Um, well said. That's what I try to teach my daughter. She is 23 now. Yeah, and you know what, Eddie, and I'm not knocking you for this, but that's what I'm going to try to teach my kids early before they have any before they're I'm gonna try to teach them these things as early as I can, so that they can make the most out of their decisions as young adults, not as children. You know, the children, they need to have fun and you know um, live a child's life, right? But as young adults, they need to make responsible decisions and not waste too much time with with having to learn from their own mistakes, right? So, you know, I, I'm thankful that I waited. Not that I waited, but I'm thankful that I didn't have kids until I was 37, because now I have a whole lifetime of experience. And I know a lot of the older guys are gonna be like, "Oh, you're still young." I know I am, but I also have about 20 years of, actually 25 years. I started working when I was like 12, 13 years old, right? So I got about 25 years of work experience and life experience, coming up hard. We didn't have nothing. So, you learn to appreciate everything you got. And I think that's another thing that gets lost in it gets lost in the society that we live in, right? Everything gets wasted. People throw out so much stuff, you know, that like if you were to go to like a third world country and show them what you threw out, those guys will end up taking all the plastic bottles and, you know, taking apart CD players that don't work no more, and this, that, and the other thing. And next thing you know, you got a freaking bicycle that'll get you to the river to get a water, to get a water that they're gonna string up in a snake skin that they fucking. Oh, I just cursed on him. Sorry, guys. That they trapped and ate for dinner the night before, right? Like, this is the stuff I think about. So, yeah, man, appreciate what you got, right? um, like the old phrase goes, teach them to fish and they will feed for a lifetime. That's right, Pete. That's right. Good education goes a long way for the kids. Having a good base is a big step forward. Yeah, right on, Paco. And that's what I'm trying to solidify, is to cement a good base. And I think I already got that. I already got that. We got this. We got this. These kids are gonna be okay. Well, need to go. All kids are shake now. Take care. Awake now. 8 in the morning now. It's breakfast time. Morton, enjoy your Sunday, my man. I'm glad that we got to spend the morning with you here, and teach your kids something today. It's funny. It's funny, man. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited about the pink slips. There's a lot of moving parts there, but we're gonna do it, and I hope we get a good turnout. I hope we get a good turnout. Last year I thought I was late on the announcement this year, but I don't think I was, because I remember saying you got 2 months. So I'm pretty sure like December 1st I announced it, because February 1st was the deadline. Um, so you got more than 2 months to submit an entry um, as a domestic entry. January 25th, I believe, is the last day. And then you need tracking by January 30th. And as an international, December 25th, which I think is Christmas, right? It was the 24th. 24th or the 25th. Whatever. Christmas, you got to send your thing in by Christmas, right? And if you get approved, Paco's going to need international tracking by January 1st to make sure that everything is here by the end of February. Basically, I'm pretty sure that's when the Super Bowl is. I don't remember. We went through everything and ironed it all out. So that's the plan, guys. That's the plan. Make sure you tell everybody, tell all your friends you want their car. What do you guys think I should submit? Should I do the silver Camaro? Should I finish this black Camaro? Should I go into my stash over here? I'll tell you what you're not getting. You're not getting the Ferrari. You're not getting the this coupe. That's a custom that I put a lot of time into. I would do the gasser, but it would actually go against my own rules, I think, because it's not a custom paint job. So even though it's a complete custom, like it's a dropped gasser, this thing is sweet. This thing is on the ground. You guys have seen it already, but it's got a Chevy 350 up in this bad boy. 55 Chevy. 55 Chevy. It's a roller too. It's the Tusky gasser. Did the custom tin on the back. In the back, I should say, to tub out the wheel wells because they wouldn't fit. It's got a 3D printed base. You guys seen it. You guys seen it. Chevy motor. Bada bing, bada boom. But it's not a paint job. I didn't paint it. So it doesn't go. It doesn't go. It's got to be a complete custom. It can't just be a wheel swap. I mean, this probably would pass tech, to be honest with you. But do I want to put my name on it? No, I don't. Because it's a Hot Wheels livery. Why am I gonna do that? All right. If I'm gonna do that, I might as well send in the Studebaker drag truck that's sitting on a funny car chassis. This is a complete custom with a paint job. It's got the engine in the back. It's got the drag slicks in the back, the skinnies in the front. It's got your Nas bottles in the back, fire bottles, whatever you want to call it. Might as well do that. Poison Pinto. I didn't build that, Pete. Paco says the black Camaro would be sick. It's just flat black. So it's mean looking. I don't want anybody to be underwhelmed though. It's just a flat black primer. And then I'd probably just slap some black Rail Riders on it. I got the Studebaker drag truck. I could send this in. This was a 4 horseman build. It's got the blue with the silver speckle in the paint. I dropped it to the ground. I used the chassis off of a Pro Stock. Is it a Top Fuel? It's a Top Fuel dragster. One of those John Force cars, I think, or it was Courtney Force. That's what it was. Courtney Force's Top Fuel dragster. I cut the chassis and made it work. I don't know if this is gonna work on shipping though. Like it might not hold together because it's just glued together. So, Pete said the Poison Pinto. Pete, I didn't build these. These are Gary Shorter's. This is Gary Shorter's whole collection right here. This guy sent me like 10 cars. I got this other one over here. 3 Poison Pintos, the Black Widow, and then all these NASCARs. And he sent me this little red wagon. So, yeah, Gary's gonna need his whole section in my house over here. I don't know why. Keep sending me stuff. I gotta call him tomorrow and be like, yo, what are you doing? I got no room for this stuff anymore, Gary. Oh man, gotta run. Working outside all day, cold. Good to see you live, Jay. Blessed night, everyone. Pete, it's good to see you, brother. I will give you a call tomorrow. I'll text you first, but I'll call you tomorrow. Yeah. Later, Pete. I could break out some Gaslanders too, maybe. I got some stuff in the other room. Just wait till you get what I'm sending you, Jay. Tom, I could only imagine. I could only imagine. Tom's car is right there. Tom sent me a custom. I don't know if you guys can see it. Maybe you can see it without the glass. It's that. I don't want to. Tom, I can't get my hands on it right now where I'm sitting. It's. I made a video on it. You guys can go check it out, and I'm sure he's got a video on it too. It's pretty awesome though. Custom. I think it was that Wheaties car, the old one with the big box on the back, milk delivery or whatever. I got this El Camino I could send in. This was I gotta send a demolition derby car. I send you guys the demolition derby car. Who wants to get wrecked? Who wants to get wrecked? Sent you a 55 gasser. You did. You did send me a 55 gasser. It's right here, my man. It is right here. This is the JDC 55 gasser going sideways, it says. Boom. Dude, this thing's awesome. It says JDC in the orange underneath the sideways, going sideways. Sick. Tom's got his name up there. My man went over the top, going sideways. And then he built Amanda a bunch of stuff. That's in the other room. Dude, I appreciate everything. You don't gotta send me no more, Tom. I could send in this bad boy. Demolition Derby. She's ready to go fast. Stacks coming out the hood. I gotta re-glue this thing. Maybe I'll just take it out. I don't know. Demolition Derby. I don't know what I'm sending in, guys. A lot of my stuff is like fragile. It's not good to send in the mail. So maybe I'll just have to drive to North Carolina and hand it to Paco. It's funny. Do the Hudson Hornet. I did. No, I like this car, but I don't think that other people would like it too much, so I wouldn't do that. Send in the donk. The donk. I can't get it out of there. No, I'm not gonna send that one. And then I got my first red line I ever did. I could send it in this dirt car. Built this dirt street stock. Dirt street stock. You guys seen the video on it. I could send this in, actually. This is a cool car. I don't know that it's my best work, though, so I probably wouldn't. And then I got the Christmas 57. I could probably send that bad boy. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to decide what I want to do. Maybe I'll send a... I really want to send something that I already built so I don't have to build another one. But then again, I gotta finish the. I gotta do the Four Horsemen build, which is this Torino Falcon XB Torino something. I gotta do this because Andrew asked me to be a Four Horseman, so for December, right, for my birthday, for my month. So I gotta build this in a post-apocalyptic theme. I know what I'm gonna do. I just gotta figure out how I'm gonna film it, I guess, and make a video out of it. But maybe I could send that when I'm done. I don't know. It depends if I fall in love with it. That's the thing. A lot of these cars I fall in love with, and I don't ever want to give them up. So, Tom, that's why that monster truck's still sitting there. It's coming to you, but I don't want to give it up. I fell in love with it. Gonna need some room. I sent you a 55 gasser and a few other customs. Yeah, you ain't got a Gaslands car from me yet. No, I don't. I don't got no more room, Tom. No, whatever you want to do, man. But I'm running out of room over here. I'm gonna have to clear out another section, and then. A lot of these customs that people send me, they don't even fit in the box. So, that's alright. We'll see where we end up. Everything's going to end up getting packed up, though, for like the next 6 months or so until we get into a new place. So, made this one just for you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. You showed me what it was, and I forgot. And I don't need to know. I don't need to know. So, just surprise me when it comes time, I guess. Um, that's gonna be it for tonight, guys. It's 2:15. I gotta go in here and do the bottles and take a shower. So I gotta put together the clean bottles, put all the other stuff in the dishwasher, so she don't gotta do it in the morning. And I gotta take a shower. So that's gonna be a wrap. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are excited about Pinks. I hope that you share this excitement with the rest of the community through your videos, right? Talk about it, be about it, right? The more you talk about it, the more people are gonna want to join. The more entries we're gonna get, the more customs you guys can win. You know, so I hope that everybody does their part if you're excited about this, right? Um, Thank you to Paco for taking the realm, taking the reins, and um, making this possible. You know, making this possible, right? And thank you to all the guys that were here tonight, guys and girls, whoever is watching. You know, I appreciate each and every one of you, and you know, we're gonna keep on keeping on. Subi was the first entry that locked in. He sent it in a 55 gasser. So get your cars done. Get your pinks ready. Tune up your engines. Do whatever you gotta do. Make sure your tires are good. You don't want to be burning. You don't want to be slipping tire on the line. Later, brother, say hi to those beautiful girls and Amanda for me. I got you, Eddie. Definitely, man. I appreciate all you guys. Um, and that is gonna be it for tonight. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.